This is Lansdowne Road, the voice of the fans, and this is the window preview brought to you in association with Slattery's of Beggars Bush. David Dunn here, joined by Conor McAvoy and Martin Prendergast. And yeah, we are Lansdowne Road. We are the voice of the fans, and we're going to talk about what we expect to see, what we hope to see from the upcoming international window, with the boys in green take on Portugal in Lisbon and, of course, Armenia at home. Before we get started, of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, head over to our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter account, and if you want a little bit of extra Roar, head over to Roar Plus, where you can support the page. $4.99 wherever you are. You get extra content, you get Roar retros, you get state of plays, you get a few little bits and pieces, you get Connor talking at you for a few minutes as well. Fantastic stuff. Don't know why you wouldn't sign up to that. And also, if you you lovely people, we have been nominated for an award, the Football Content Awards, which are held in November up in Ellen Road in Leeds. And we've been nominated for the best international podcast. We're the only Irish podcast in it. So if you want to vote for us, thank you very much. The description, or it's in the description, the link for that. Anyway, let's get into it, chaps. How are we doing? It's been a while. I haven't seen you lads. You're live and all that good stuff. And how are we doing? Yeah,
Martin, it hasn't been a while for us because we're actually coming to this podcast and we don't miss shows. we were just on last night recording. So yeah, no, it's great to be back on. Great day for Irish football with the academy funding being confirmed of 3 million year on year out thing. That obviously it wasn't the money that they requested, the 4.45, but 3 million is a good start, isn't it? And it's, you can look at it positively or negatively, but I prefer to take the positive aspect to it. And it's 3 million going into the academy setups in Ireland that wasn't there before, and it's something that the FAI and the League of Ireland clubs can prove that they're probably more worthy of more money next year and then building, continuing on. So it's good to be back on a successful day for Irish football.
Yeah, Martin, how are you? You good? You all right?
All good, yeah. Happy with that announcement as well. You know, like the clubs are flying the flag in Europe. They're doing better than the international team at the moment, and so I think it's brilliant that they've kind of been rewarded with the academy money. And yeah, look to see how that develops, and hopefully the clubs will do better and better. And the senior team now stepping up will get good performances in this window, which I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, we're heading to Lisbon. What's not to be looking forward to, Dave?
You're actually going for once.
Yeah, you're actually going to be there, man.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Martin only goes to he's Sunshine fan, literally a Sunshine fan at Lisbon. Wasn't the hardcore
Luxembourg,
like
didn't I?
Yeah, it was sunny.
In fairness, it was extra sunny in Armenia. The heat was it was just too long with flight.
Yeah, I didn't fancy.
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to commit to fucking being the sun cream boy for you two fair complexions.
Yeah.
I do like the sun, obviously, with the sunbed. The sunbed's broken down at the moment, so as long-term viewers will know even. I like a sunbed.
Yeah. Well, we like an international window, and yes, we're all going to be over there in Lisbon. Of course, Connor and I will be live from the ground, Benfica's ground. It used to be called the Stadium of Light, I'm pretty sure, and we played there a couple of times with some mixed results. But we're going to be over there. We're going to be live, obviously, pre-game, aftermath. Wi-Fi depending. You don't know what you get with these farms.
It'll be. Don't worry. Don't be so negative. It's Benfica.
I'm just warning the listener, Connor. I'm preparing the listener.
Their Wi-Fi will be fine.
I'm treating the listener with respect, just so they know. And of course, then we will be back in Dublin for the must-win game against Armenia in Lansdowne Road. We'll be there pre-game, aftermath, that kind of stuff. It's going to be interesting. So the only place to be really this international window is Lansdowne Road, the voice of the fans. And of course, now we're going to talk about Portugal away. Lads, we're going to just maybe have a little tiny look at the squad. There's been a couple of updates there, a couple of pullouts. So just a reminder of the squad here as I quickly read it out. In goal, you got Gallagher, Bazunu, Travers, no change there. That's the old squad.
That is for...
That's the new squad.
There we go.
Hey!
Yes.
Come on, Dave.
Just testing you, lads. Just testing you, not when he's capped it. Disappointing. Anyway, well, the goalkeepers are the same. In defence, we have Seamus Coleman, who is back, Jacob Ryan, Darragh O'Shea, Nathan Collins, Liam Scales, John Egan, Ryan Manning. Callum Dowda has pulled out again, and he has been replaced by Will Ferry. Where is he? There you go. Dundee United. So congratulations to you, Will Ferry. Connor's been banging on about you, so sorry about that. We know what happens there. Midfield, we have Will Smallbone, Josh Cullen, Jack Taylor, Jason Lumley, and of course Connor's baby boy, Finn Azaz. Up front, we have Evan Ferguson, Adam Ida, Troy Parrott, Mikey Johnson, Casey McAteer, Chidozie Ogbenny, Sammy Smolich has pulled out, and of course we have
Shock.
Festy. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. Festy Upsella. Has there been a replacement for Sammy?
No, it's 20 because we called up 24 because they had Troy as the extra player because they thought he had missed the Portugal game. So I don't think
Sammy.
they bothered because he's all right. But yeah.
Yeah. So there we go, lads. Colin McDowell has pulled out. Sammy Smolich has pulled out. I have to say, I'm a bit disappointed with Sammy Smolich. He played, 86 minutes on the weekend, Connor, and
Disgrace.
yeah, he's gone again. So
Shock. Martin, you answer this.
Yep. Come. Me answer this one.
They're your fellow Brits.
This is, Sammy Smolich, he's flat to deceive, isn't he? All the hype, brilliant performances with Blackburn many years ago now, seems a lifetime ago in a way, that then, all the speculation, Kenny call him up, criticism of Kenny not calling them up, pulling in and out of squads. We had a lot of raw faithful supporters saying, you'll find out today why Sammy Smolich doesn't turn up for Ireland. It's because of Kenny. Nothing's really come from that, and he's still doing it now, pulling out squads. It's the thing I hate most from an international footballer, when they pull out squads and then they play in the immediate game after for their club.
Which you did in the last window.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to bring any hate on him, but a cult figure on the basis of no real input on the pitch. And
I'll tell you why he's a cult figure.
Go on, why?
I'll tell you why cult figure. It's all these Kenny haters who were desperate for Kenny to go and really hated Kenny, and they looked at Sammy Smolich as the kind of symbol of moving on from the Kenny era, and he was too much of a cult hero to be with Kenny. And as soon as John O'Shea got the interim job, he was there under Kenny, started loving Smolich. In fairness, he was doing excellently well at Blackburn, was doing really well, and did deserve to be called up when he was getting called up, and probably was unjust not getting picked by Kenny at the time. But yeah, he has done nothing for Ireland. He's done absolutely nothing. I know we had the argument on the Roar Plus video, which it reflects well on the both of us, Martin, doesn't it? Not on someone else, for what we said about why he shouldn't be in the squad. And but the thing is, it's different with, if I have never researched this, but I would hesitate to think that the most common injury length in football is between 2 to 3 weeks, which makes sense if someone pulls out to start, but just before an international break, that they can maybe return just after. But the fact that he missed the Armenia game and then went and played the week after that didn't really add up. And the fact that he played 86 minutes the weekend, didn't come off through injury. And then with Callum O'Dowda, which I know we like to slag Callum O'Dowda and say that he's always injured when Ireland is, I can genuinely believe that he is injured, because we've seen on Thursday night he went off injured after 53 minutes. The pictures are there. I didn't watch the game, but the pictures are there. Him in the ground having to get treatment, going off. He missed the game on Saturday, which makes sense why he's ruled out through injury, which is always a shame, because I know Martin loves him and we like to slag Martin about him, but we can see that he is actually injured. We just haven't seen it with Sammy, which is a denying thing.
I'm disappointed with Sammy. I was one of the staunch defenders, because I like to give guys a chance. Look, everyone that comes in now that's a granny ruler, so to speak, is going to be under huge scrutiny because of Declan Rice. And that's it. You're going to have that now. That's going to take a while. And unfortunately, I don't think Sammy's done anything to assuage opinions on the contrary of that. And it's been, look, I don't think he's committed to the cause. That's my opinion. Be very interesting to see, because in the last campaign, after the last window, he came on, he played for Ipswich Town. Now, he'd probably argue and say, well, my family comes first. And my family comes first, and my club comes first because they pay me wages. Yeah, fair enough. Then don't take a cap from someone else. Then if you're not fully committed, why are you doing it? If just stay at home. Honestly, just stay at home. It is disappointing, and as he said, Martin he's a bit of a cult. I said cult figure. Based on nothing really. He has been a bit unfortunate. The fact that he's been played constantly out of his position by subsequent managers is true. That does not change that. But still, you have players that are constantly played out of position, especially under this manager, and they show up window every window. You know, even some players we'd rather they didn't show up, they still show up. So very disappointed with Sammy Smodic. Yeah, I was kind of flattered to deceive, and yeah, I think if he plays, I'll say this now, if he plays for Ipswich Town on the weekend, I think it's best we just don't pick him and just retire. Just retire from international football. You're 30 years of age, your heart's not in it.
And just Dave, it's not just coming from us as well. I see Barry Murphy, ex-Rovers and Bows goalkeeper, who's quite heavily involved in media these days, the League of Ireland. He put a tweet out last night questioning what is going on with Sammy Smodic in terms of these injuries, suddenly getting injured. And we've seen him pull out before from squads. And obviously the rumours of people falling out with Kenny and stuff and being told, oh, he's not going to start, it's just is wrong. Like, we don't have our problem if he puts his family first and says, I just can't commit to international football and things are going on in the background of his private life that he can't speak about. We don't have a problem with that. But
exactly.
like, it's just like he was happy to come in, get a couple of caps, say he played for Ireland, say it's my country as such. I've seen him or heard him say in interviews, play against Ronaldo, get the pictures of him playing against Ronaldo, and the World Cup dream, as he probably thinks, is over already. So I don't need to commit like that. Whilst you have other lads that come in, I know at last camp, I know Finn Izaz had a disaster in Armenia, but he did something last camp that no one really expects from someone coming in as a granny ruler, such. I think it's his father's Irish. He sang the national anthem, which, as you probably know, Martin, you probably know, if you're not Irish or you're not Irish born and you're not taught it in school, it's a very hard thing to learn, especially when you've never spoke Gaelic in your life. And he was singing it at the last international. Like, small things like that make such a difference, I think, for these granny rulers coming in, especially lads that weren't really embedded in the underage setup very early, because I know they're taught it at the younger ages for Ireland, where you see lads that are born in England but they've learned it under 15 or 16 level and carries through. With the likes of him, he came in under 21 level, so he never learned it, while Smodic's the same. But sometimes it's the lads who are maybe less vocal on social media or less vocal when they speak in the media care a lot more about the country than you think.
Yeah, and look, as I said, if he does have, and I think we'll move on then, from Sammy Spanish, if he does have personal issues, family issues, you know, I get it, totally understand it. Still, if you're not 100% committed and you have to deal with those, then deal with those. Just, you know, leave it at that. So, you know, if your family comes first, it's fine. Just don't bother. Just don't.
The thing is, as I said last time with Martin, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. I would presume he is injured, but it is still there's that big question mark with him.
After all of that, you're just slating him. Oh well, you know, he had to give him the benefit of the doubt. We just just retire, mate. You know, you play.
No, but the thing is,
give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I said to you, what didn't I say before? I would just pick Andy Moore over him, just based on football in ability. I'd have Andy Moore over him.
Andy Moore over him anyway. Like, you love your Andy Moore.
I'd pick Andy Moore over him anyway.
Watch him the other night, did you?
No, I didn't stay up the other night. He plays on Wednesday. Frank was texting me. Frank's looking forward to watching him play on Wednesday. So because the LAFC played during the international window, of 2 games on. But so if I'm awake on that Wednesday, no wait, actually I might actually. Oh, when you think of that, Dave, they play late Wednesday night, and don't I fly at 6:00 on Thursday morning? So technically it's Thursday morning. I'll be watching it in the middle of the night. Don't you worry, Andy. I'll be up. He'll
be watching the air. Martin, he'd be locked away in the airport in an access toilet. He will.
Yeah, I'll be showing me and Collie. I'll be showing Collie in the toilets. Like, you better watch this. Your ex-Bray Wonders superstar. But I'm telling you, he should be in the squad anyway. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, but okay. Well, I think everyone should agree with me anyway. If they don't agree with me, I'll shoot them.
Yeah. Very, very quickly on Will Ferry. He has been called, O'Connor. You're a big fan of him, playing in Dundee United in the SPFL. Sorry. You must be happy for him, your boy.
Yeah, delighted for him. The one that I've spoke about in the past that was very close to call up and deserved a chance maybe at one stage, especially because I think he's quite similar in terms of O'Dowd, in terms of very good athlete, getting up and down the left hand side, whips in a lovely ball. He's full of energy, good defensively, good going forward. He's very physical as well. You can see by the size of him, he's a big fella, and he's a leader as well as such. I know we say about too many leaders, and he's not really going to come into the Ireland camp and be a leader on his first camp. But yeah, he's deserved his opportunity. probably deserved the chance in June because he was outstanding last season with Dundee United. And I know they spoke about how well he done in the European qualifiers this year for the club. So I'm not surprised he's been coming in now. I thought, in honesty, he might have been ahead of Honohan just because he's a natural left footer. But we've seen that Honohan and Mark Sykes are both ruled out through injury or possible coming into the squad. So yeah, I think he'll be a good addition to the squad. And I think he could be one that could really impress in training and get a chance in the 2 games and come in and maybe play some minutes, because my worst fear would be that Will Ferry would end up starting on Saturday and we have a left-hand side of Manning and Ferry where Heimer's stuck to this nonsense of this dinosaur football that he'd done before with 2 left footers on the left and 2 right footers on the right. I couldn't think of anything worse. And although I think Ferry would still do a job there, I just think it's just very negative and it just wouldn't suit the future of Irish football. But yeah, he's still a very young fella. Played for the last under 21, not the last one, the one before it with the likes of Evan Ferguson wasn't, even though he was really baby there, but Aaron Conley was in that group as well. So yeah, very good player, and I think he will actually add a lot to Ireland that we've kind of been missing on that left hand side.
Okay, well there you go. Best luck, Will Ferry. Hope it all works out for him. Right, lads, let's talk a bit about the window. So obviously, as we stand, I don't have a graphic for this, but as we stand, Portugal, 4 teams. Portugal are on top with 6 points, 2 wins from 2. Armenia are in the playoff position. Second on 3 points. Hungary third on 1 point, and of course ourselves bottom of the group on 1 point. So the thing is, even if we lose to Portugal, right, we obviously have to beat Armenia at home. So I take it if we don't beat Armenia at home, we're out. Correct?
No,
basically, yeah.
No, we're not.
Not mathematically.
No, we're not. No, Dave, we're not. We can't be out of it. I don't think. I think it's impossible for us to be out of this after this. Is it? Maybe if Hungary beat no.
No, we could be out. Yeah, we could be out.
No.
So Armenia win on Saturday.
Right. They're on 6
They're
points.
on 6 points, and they beat us, or we don't beat them. We're on 6 points, and we don't beat
they're
them.
9. Yeah, they're 9.
They'll be on
That's
7.
not happening. The worst case scenario is that
Why is that not
Hungary are on 4 or on 5, maybe.
Why is that not happening? I mean, I do not think, I have to say, going into this group, it's a weird group. I don't.
No, but really... no, but I don't mean. Oh, I mean, Armenia won't beat Hungary in Hungary. They won't beat them in Hungary. Hungary are too good at the Puskas Arena to beat them.
Right. So we presume Hungary's going to batter Armenia, right? Do something we're incapable of doing, right? So Hungary will be on 4 points. We're going to be on 1 because we ain't winning in Portugal. We'll have a brave performance, right? That's my prediction. So we'll be on 1 point going into Armenia. Armenia will still be on 3 points. Hungary will be on 4 points. Now, if we lose to Armenia, right? Armenia goes 6 points, and we're still on 1, and that means 5 points. So, okay, there's a potential 6 points up for grabs in the next 2 games, and then Hungary will be on 4 points.
Yeah, because we presume Portugal will beat them in Portugal.
Yeah, that's crazy, and we're still technically in it.
Yeah,
because we could still get, and then when we lose, or if we lose to Portugal at home, or we don't beat Portugal at home, then we're officially done. So it's really annoying. It's like a slow death, isn't it?
Yeah, but you see, the thing about this, though, Dave, is which is interesting. You know, if you look back at Martin O'Neill's 2016 campaign, it was very similar. We got late results. We turned it around with some of the results. Scotland messed up as well, one of their games, I think, and we got that win against Germany, and that was obviously key. And then earned the playoff spot as well. So, you know, it can be done going up to the last game, but yeah, if you don't deserve to. If you don't beat Armenia at home, let's be honest, you don't deserve to go to a World Cup. That is.
Don't beat them away. You don't deserve to go to a World Cup.
Ah, no, come on now.
You can get an odd result though. You can. I mean, the performance of it, but you can get an odd result.
You can get away with it. You can get away with it.
Not that performance. Not that performance.
Not the performance, but
yeah,
but
you can get it. I mean, like it's not like you can still lose them and you can still qualify. Like it's not impossible to qualify. I know you can say not deserved it, but you can still go. We can still go and qualify from this position.
I can see us genuinely perhaps getting I could see a draw. I'm telling you, this is going to be. And I actually wrote in the fanzine, which is available, by the way, at the moment, and has been corrected. I know people are giving out about the front cover. Sorry.
Did you credit Martin for his article?
Did he fuck?
His name's on it. What more do you want? You should
Where is
be
it on
like,
that?
you should be
Where's
paying
his
me.
name? Where's his name on
Where's
it?
my
It's
name?
under the article that he's.
Is it? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that. You did correct it
He-
then.
He called me. He may have called you out last night on the show about it.
Did you cheeky bastard? I actually, if you look at you can't even fucking read. Hold on, I've got it up here for a second.
I
Hold
don't
on.
know now. I don't know if it is credited.
Screen share it there,
I
Mark.
don't
Dave,
know.
Screen share it. Screen share it
Let
first.
me let me
Don't
see.
fucking-
Look at
I don't
Portugal.
know if I
Useful
am
information.
fucking-
Key Portuguese phrases. Travel tips. Martin's memorable away days by Martin Prendergast.
Oh.
Arsehole. It's fucking
Martin, you must be
called
blind.
Martin's memorable away days by Martin Prendergast underneath it. You fucking slagging me off on the live. Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake, Mark. What are you up to?
I wouldn't mind. Like, people are giving
What is
out
this?
to me, right? There's like 40 fucking pages that
Fucking
by
hell.
the way, and James did a fantastic job, but as James always does, and we're trying to develop it and we're trying to make it a window fanzine. So it is developing, it is growing, and it's still not a finished product as we like to see it. So, any suggestions of what you'd like to see in it, but it's a massive undertaking, to be fair, for everyone involved, except for Martin, who can't fucking read his own name. But yeah, there you are.
Jesus, Martin.
Slagging me off on the. I'm going to go back and watch that now and go, right.
Fuck off.
I might do like one of those little TikTok videos with the shit green screen in the background. Right, back to the program. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, we could lose to Portugal, and then all of a sudden we beat Armenia. We're on 4 points, and then we have to hope for Armenia to do something against Hungary.
Not
Look-
really.
Right, yeah.
Don't. We can just go to our Hungary away and win and go through on goal difference. Because we'll end up with 7 points each.
That's right, yeah. But we'd have to. Well, it depends really, because we're level on goal difference. So we'd have to give Armenia a bit of a spanking at home, like
Yeah.
3-0.
And then
But-
not get hammered in Portugal away and hope that Hungary lose by more than us.
So if Portugal, well, the thing is, right, if Hungary batter Armenia like 4 or 5-0, which they're very capable of doing, then yeah, we're done. We're goosed because we ain't battering Armenia at home.
I think it actually will set up it. I think how Hungary do against Armenia on Saturday will shape how Heimer approaches the home game, how attacking he goes, because he will know that he'll have to go a lot more attacking if Hungary win 4 or 5-0.
He will be pragmatic and he will just go, we've got to win the game and we'll win the game and we won't worry about goal difference.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
it'll protect his job and he'll go, oh, well, and then people will forget that we didn't go all out attack and he won't take the risk and he'll just try and he'll be happy with 3-0 if we can even get that. But a 1-0 win is enough.
Let's say we're mathematically still in it, right? But we're pretty much out. Like, let's say we draw or we lose to Armenia at home, okay? Or we get a scrappy 2-1 win or something. No. Let's just say we draw or we lose. And it's a bit mad, right? Because normally then the team will get booed off the pitch. There'll be calls for Heimer to resign. Heimer probably won't resign. And the FA go, no, just see out your contract.
Yeah.
If he doesn't resign. And then if he does, John O'Shea will take over. Even in the next game where people will be so angry, it'll probably still be a packed house because we Portugal at home and people want to see Ronaldo. Because the way normally people speak, repeat, no,
Yeah,
out of
well,
protest, we're not going to this
yeah.
shite. And then maybe Budapest away would be a little bit, probably be like 5 fans going.
It's a weird one that the FAI are holding back on advertising the ticket sales for the home game against Portugal, and I don't know really why they're doing that, because it can't be on ticket pricing because the season ticket's been sold, so you can't piss off the season ticket holders with Ireland by saying, well, actually we're in a chance now, so let's just add €5 or €10 a ticket on this, because it has to be kind of market rates with things. So it can't. So that's a key point with it. So I don't know why they haven't just tried to, because if it is horrific, this, and we don't win against Armenia, I know you will always sell tickets to see Portugal and Ronaldo. They'll be selling that game as basically like a testimonial. Come and see Ronaldo, And that's on the basis that Ronaldo's going to bother his ass going. Now, I know he's going to try and break every record going, so he will probably go. But, you know, they probably won't need to have him in there. They'll be on 12 points if they beat Ireland and their other game on Tuesday as well. So they'll be through. So they don't need him. And then it's pressure if he's going to bother doing the journey or not. But the FAI, I know you're saying it's going to be sold out. Ireland fans, I don't know. Will they be too fed up of it by then? I don't know. It's going to be a funny one.
Well, they'll probably want to go see Ronaldo. It will be the last chance to see Ronaldo.
Well,
I suppose. The last.
Yeah.
We thought the last
time.
You
know something I was looking at? Listen to this. A little bit of trivia for you. 8th of August. Oh, no, 6th of August. Sorry. Let me find this now because I did look up. I think it's August. Oh, here we go. 6th of August, 2003. In the Estadio Jose Alvalade Stadium. What happened? The stadium we're playing on Saturday.
2003, when John O'Shea got wrecked by Ronaldo, was it?
That's it. Yep. Sporting Lisbon. It was the opening of that stadium.
Unlucky there.
Sporting Lisbon played Man United in the friendly, and John O'Shea got there's different versions of that story, isn't there? I think John O'Shea always says he was got off long flights and things like that for a pre-season friendly, hadn't really trained, and then Ronaldo took him to town basically.
I mean, to be fair, I could quite believe that because when Ronaldo came to the Premier League first, he was terrible. Remember, he just kept doing his lollipops, didn't he? There was no substance, no end product. I remember that. But he's still playing. He's 41 now, is he?
No, he's not 41. He's like 38.
Is he?
He was 18 in 2003. So
yeah, he's like 38.
Did the maths.
He's 40. He's
40.
40, yeah.
Jesus,
yeah.
40.
And he'll be 41 in February. So apologise, please. See, there you go. Two facts. Jesus Christ. Good thing I'm back. Spreading disinformation. Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, so against Portugal, it doesn't really matter what we do, just don't get spanked too much. And then Armenia, beat Armenia and hope for a miracle. It's still not in our hands, really. It's just, I think it's a shame. No, it's a shambles that we're in the stage. All this talk before the last window. Oh yeah, it's going to be amazing. Like, this is our strongest squad, which, to be fair, on paper, probably was one of our strongest squads. And then he performed abjectly like that. I am happy to see, though, that the leadership of Seamus Coleman. I don't think he's going to play. He might come on as a last-minute substitute or whatever, as he's been doing for Everton. I am happy to see him around that squad because that squad needs leadership, like we've never seen before. To be fair, John Egan obviously coming back. He had 90 minutes for Hull, didn't he, over the weekend? So you never know. He might come in.
Would you play John Egan?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're going on form for Ireland, Dara O'Shea, and I'd probably drop Nathan Collins, to be honest with you, because he's been.
He won't do that.
No, he won't.
He's the captain, like he has to. He's the first name.
Yeah, somehow he's the captain. I'm based on what? Because he's our most valuable player.
He must see things. That's his catching attribute. If he got the captain armband at Brentford as well, he must do stuff behind the scenes, or that.
When it must be behind the scenes, Connor, because I don't see much of it on the pitch, mate. When your boy, your 20-year-old potential star striker gets a whack in the head and you just stand there and not one of you fucking go over and see how that really annoys me. That does. That is just so un-Irish, and that is the mentality that's been brought into this team by the manager and the players. When one of your lads go down, the player went through him. You just stand there, and he was on the deck. Do you remember we said he was just on the deck for ages? Not one player goes over to him. Goes to show you, like, not one of them fighting for each other, not one of them playing for each other, and that is the fault of the manager. I don't care what anyone says, and the players as well. But anyway,
so it's only half the fault of the managers.
No, the mentality is set. The tone and the mentality is set by the manager, and that message is carried by the players, and the players do not carry what the manager wants on the pitch. The manager deals with it. Jack did it. That's why Mick McCarthy always played. I'm going back a bit, but that's why Mick McCarthy always played, even though he's playing like for Division 2 sides, Championship sides for today's listeners, because he embodied the manager's message on the pitch. Push forward. None of this playing out from the back. He wants it. The manager wants the ball to bypass midfield, and he's going to do it. That's like it. You need somebody out there to carry the message to the manager. He wanted a bastard midfield. He doesn't have one. He wants a bastard in the team. He doesn't have one, and that's up to him because he's not picking the bastard, so to speak. And that is the fault of the manager. And the players need to stand up and be counted as well, because the manager can only do so much.
So you would start John Egan just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely dropped Nathan Collins and put John Egan in. Nathan Collins, other than that solo goal against Ukraine, what has he done in an Ireland shirt?
It's the same for every other player. But anyway, Martin.
No, but we're talking about Nathan Collins.
Yeah, no, but it's the sort of thing. It's like he's done nothing, but I could still say the same for every other player.
Yeah, but you don't see the problem though, Connor. He's rewarded with the.
Oh yeah, no, but still, but I wouldn't drop him though. It's not enough for me to say I'd drop him, Martin.
Well, he's been shit.
I wouldn't drop him, but he's. I would have. I think if Seamus Coleman plays, that you
give him the armband.
You make him the armband.
Yeah,
I think that we said this on the live show recently as well. That the esteem that Seamus is held in that squad, or should be. When he speaks, it's gospel, and you listen. And I think he should be doing everything off the pitch, and obviously on the pitch as well. He's the one. I think we could get a tune out of Seamus Coleman. I would play him in this game. I think he loves coming up against Ronaldo. And it'll be, it's wisdom, I think, between both of them. It'll be an intriguing battle. I think Seamus will put it all on the line in that game, and we could get away with not needing him against Armenia. Collins has to step up. I think the captaincy is a big burden for him at the moment. He's not in fantastic form for Ireland. O'Shea as well. I mean, just even not being able to do the basics right. But like you said there, Dave, Heimer's not got a bastard, but he's brought back Malumbi now, and he's got to be playing in that. Definitely, he's got to be playing for me. You've got to bring him in. It's natural now that Knight's out. I think it's actually better for Ireland that Cullen and Malumbi are going to be in that midfield for me. It's going to make us a lot more solid. And for this particularly first game, you have to be so secure and locked tight on this and not chasing shadows. We were so open of Aero when we played them under John O'Shea. I'm thankful Neves is out because I think he's a really, really good player for Portugal. And as I said, and I've said all along, and Conor will probably agree with me, I think you have to play Ferguson and you have to play Chio up front with him.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that idea from. He said this last night, Dave. He said it last night. Like, I didn't say. I was like, don't remember the text and saying, guarantee you will agree with me. Guarantee you will be thinking the same. And I don't know what any of that has got to do with whether you want John Egan to start or not. Simply what I'm asking.
No, I don't want John Egan to start. No,
I want John Egan to start. Some of our better performances in recent years.
Instead of whom?
Jake O'Brien. Some of our better performances in recent years.
Yes, I could see that actually.
In our back three, we had John Egan in the middle of the back three, Collins on the right, and O'Shea on the left. Is the best we've probably had performance-wise is over last 4 or 5 years defensively. Is with them three in the back three, and then they'll have obviously Festi on the right wing back, and then Ben in the front too. But I just think Egan in the centre of the back three, because the thing is, Egan is excellent on the ball with the ball at his feet as well. So it's not like you're bringing in Shane Duffy where he's unbelievable in the air and he always got performance out of him, but he's a liability with the ball at his feet. Egan's very good with the ball at his feet, and he's not going to cave under the pressure of playing against Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. So even though they're obviously better players, he's not going to crumble.
I could argue that maybe with that bit of experience next to Collins, it might calm down. But yet again, Collins is the captain. Don't make him captain then. Don't reward poor performances. This is what annoys me. There's no meritocracy in this Ireland team. And that, yet again, that's the tone by the manager.
Yeah, I think Coleman's not been playing now. And Malumbi, who else is going to be captain? Collins has been playing and Coleman wasn't fit. So Egan wasn't there.
If Egan
wasn't there. That's why Collins got it, though. And Duffy wasn't there.
If Coleman doesn't start, right, I'd give it to Egan.
That undermines the manager even more. Given the player he's never called up and never even considered before this camp.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, he's not.
That would undermine the player, not the manager so much. Now, if I was to look at the end of the day, right, the manager's job's on the line, okay, and Collins has been one of the biggest culprits, right? There's supposed to be a player there at Brentford. I haven't watched him the last couple of games, right, but it seems he's brought his Ireland form to Brentford. Every window we talk about Collins. We talked about Doherty. Let him down. He brings it back in. And what's he do? He lets him down. Collins. So we reward that. Collins has been so poor in the last few games. So either take the armband off him because it's weighing him down, or drop him to give him a kick up the arse. We keep rewarding these poor performances. And what happens when you reward poor performances? You get more poor performances. You get what happened in Armenia. And that is the manager. That to me is an apathetic manager. Doesn't really care, in my opinion. It's not really, I'm not really in it for the long run, because that's a problem. And that's going to run on. And whoever gets the job, whoever's in charge after the qualifiers, it's going to keep happening. And we have to do something about it, because we're going to keep giving away silly goals. We've kept, how many clean sheets have we kept? I think we've kept 2 clean sheets under this manager. Finland at home when we won 1-0, and a 0-0 draw against Luxembourg. We can't keep clean sheets. Like it, you've got to focus the mind, and an international manager can do that. Trapattoni, Martin, John O'Shea, one of his major criticisms as a defender was he wasn't aggressive enough. Remember, Trapattoni fixed that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He turned him into an aggressive monster. It's the mentality. It's what comes down from the manager, and I think you just have a poisonous, toxic relationship between the players and the manager here, where you have a manager who's not really setting the tone, and you have the players that are kind of just going, okay, they're not taking responsibility, thinking, well, we'd want a bit more from the manager, but we're going to take responsibility because we're mature senior internationals, and we're going to set the tone because it's our country and we're proud of that, and we're not getting that. And we get performances like we get in Armenia. That's my take on it, chaps.
Yeah, I mean, look, we know what they've got to do. We know what they've got to do. And yeah, I mean, this is the question I posed to Connor last night. Heimer's under incredible pressure here, rightly so. And but have the player. My worry with Collins is again, saying what does he do? It was such a poor press conference after the game. Like, I need to watch it. I need to do this, and he just looked like shell shocked. And maybe they were, and they have had that vulnerability about them. They lack leadership. They're psychologically quite weak-minded, I think. If they didn't score in the first 10 minutes in Yerevan, and they turned the tide, and we just went into our shell and didn't physically compete with them, and they look much the better team, and they're not even playing at the level, half of them players, as these Ireland lads. And I think they kind of half bottled it, to be honest. So, Heimer, are they backing him? This is a big question. We're going to know this very, very early on Saturday. And that's why I keep saying as well, that 5 o'clock game, is such a key game for us. We're not even playing in it, because if the result doesn't go our way, and it's not, we can't kind of look at it positively. If Armenia do win that game, we're under incredible pressure then to really have to nick something.
In Hungary.
The point is really essential. No, nick the point. Yeah, the game in Hungary. If Armenia win that, we've got to get a point. I think we have to get a point, and if we don't, that's some serious pressure going in for a team who don't cope well under pressure. I mean, we're thinking that they're going to beat Armenia at home, comfortably. I don't know why we're getting that. I mean, I'm the biggest one for getting carried away, but
based on nothing.
Robbie Brady rescued us against them in the past, didn't he? In the last minute penalty, I think. So, they've got away with it over the years, this team. This is the time they've got to step up now. And it'll be a lovely occasion for them all, taking on Ronaldo and Bruno and everyone like that. And it'll be a motive night, obviously, as well, with the Jota. First time Portugal have played at home after Jota, obviously. So they'll be quite emotionally charged. But Ireland has to put in a performance, and I hope they don't just leave it all on the pitch and go, we've done really well against Portugal, because the key game for me is that Armenia game. It counts for nothing otherwise.
You'll get a performance against Portugal, and then they'll probably tank against Armenia.
We never play well back to back. We never put performance in.
Don't worry, Will Ferry also takes long throw-ins, so that's more long throw-ins if he's want.
God.
For Josh Callan to flick on.
He still said he's going to try and take advantage of him. That's how we're going to score against Portugal. Surely someone else can take long throw-ins even. Like, surely there's someone else in the team.
I mean, he's 6'5", isn't he? So you'd ideally want him in there. He's a big lad, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. Right, lads. Before we just talk a little bit about the youth team, Connor, that's where you really shine. Predictions against Portugal.
I think we'll do well to keep them not scoring. But I'm going to be optimistic. I want to cheer us on, and I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Connor?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I would say 2-0 Portugal, but I'm not allowed to do that, so I would say 1-1.
Why not? I reckon a brave 2-0 loss. It'll be like, so much better. And then, we'll probably go 1-0 down during it. We'll have a few chances. It'll be, oh my God. And then we'll probably like chasing an equalizer. We'll probably get caught out and be 2-0. And the match come out, oh, this is so much better. Oh, we take this performance. Where was this performance in Armenia? We'll take this performance into the home game against Armenia. And then what'll happen at home against Armenia, Martin?
What my prediction? We will win that one 2-0.
Connor?
11-0.
To Armenia?
No. We'll win 4-1.
I reckon it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Ferguson gets his first international hat-trick.
Yeah, that's if Ferguson plays. 1-1 draw. I reckon a brave 2-0, lift the spirits a little bit, and then bang, Armenia will expose us for pretty much where we're at really right now with this manager and those players and that attitude. So, tell us what you think in the comments below. Sorry, I'm not all cheery, but I have to call it as I see it, lads. 10 hours coming home from Armenia after watching that shit. Speaking of which, by the way, tomorrow we will have a vlog. We have a vlog. Connor, have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't watch all 40 minutes, but I watched like most of it.
Bet you went through the bits that you're in it, didn't you?
No, I didn't, because I wasn't in that much of it.
No. Well, no, you're out with your friends, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of it was just you weren't even as much in it as I thought you'd be.
No, just showing our Yerevan.
Yeah.
We are going to record another one in Lisbon, and hopefully we'll have the three of us in parts of that and be a bit more structured and whatever. It was just, I'm just feeling arty. Well, you can't see behind the art. I was wearing a beret and like sunshades, walking around feeling all arty. Hopefully I'll be not getting mugged in Yerevan. But anyway, that will be out tomorrow. That will be on the YouTube channel, so do give that a check out. Right, let's move on, and then we're going to wrap up onto the youth sides. So which one we got here? Connor, this is the under-19s. In goal, we got Marcus Gill for Celtic, Patricio Schroeder for Gimnasia. I think I'm saying it right. Defenders, Matteo Egan at Empoli, George King at Crystal Palace. God, that's an English name. Alain Kazenska at Bray Wanderers, Daniel Mayer. I'm having a Mayer here at Shelburne. Taylor McCarthy, Shelburne. Raf McCormick at Manchester United. Pius Ottobeo at Stoke City. James Roach at Shelburne. And then in midfield, we have Harry Bourne, Tottenham Hotspur, Alfie Linsky at Aston Villa, Jay McAvoy at Man United, Harry McGlinchley at Chelsea. McGlinchy. Sean Moore, Longford on loan from Bowes. Forwards, we have Adam Brennan from UCD, Zach O'Sullivan, Fleetwood Town on loan from Watford, Aaron Akocha Maloney, he is from Choa Malaga.
It's not Jay. He's not really the JJ Akocha, don't worry.
No, and Ike Ratzi from Stad Ram. A lot of players there playing at top close. Just quickly there, Connor. Talk us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, Tom Bones made actually quite a few changes for the squad, because the problem with that under-19s team this year is all the 2008s who you'd say your Jade Numas, Roy Finnerans, that would be in the 19 squad this year as such aren't, because of the World Cup and that's taking priority. So, and their qualifiers for the 19s is during the World Cup, so they're going to miss the initial rounds anyway and maybe come back in for the elite stage, presuming they qualify past that, which you'd expect. But yeah, so Tom Bones made a lot of changes, a lot of lads in that are getting really that opportunity, because I think he wants to see as many lads as possible, with the fact there's not as many, you'd say, standout lads that come in before, but it shows quality and depth. Like you see, the amount of big clubs there, a lot of lads at big clubs, a lot of very good players coming in. First call ups for Zach O'Sullivan, Harry Byrne, that's a Spurs, and who's on George King, that's at Crystal Palace. So first call ups for them. So it's a lot of high quality players that Top Moon has picked, and they're playing Albania in a double header. The first game is on Friday. Saturday. I actually just put out in ref tracker there, and I forgot what I actually said. They're playing on Saturday. First game at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, and then the second game is on Monday morning. I presume there'll be no stream for that because usually with friendlies with these sort of countries, they wouldn't stream it. So it was a double header against Albania before they have their qualifiers next month in the Netherlands. So it's another preparation tie for them. Hopefully they get 2 wins and some lads can impress who are in for the first time or getting that opportunity that wouldn't have got if them other lads were available. So it's a good chance for them lads.
Yeah, excellent. Moving on to the under-17s. Sorry, Martin, did you want to say something there?
No. I said it's good.
Yeah, he's happy with Man United players, and that's what he's happy about.
I don't know if it's a good thing these days. Under-17s, Darren Brunton in goal, St. Pat's, Xander Greaves at Wolves. And then in defence, we have Danny Burke, Shamrock Rovers, Aidan Gabadon at Malmo, Sean Spate at Dundalk, Josh O'Connor, St. Pat's, Tig Prizeman at Shamrock Rovers. Midfield, we have Curtis Egan at Bows, Tom McGrath, Cork City, Joshua Dwyer, Shamrock Rovers, Ryan Sheridan, St. Pat's Athletic, Jason Spellman at Pats, Niall Sullivan at Pats, Cian Quigley at Pats. A lot of Pats players here. Forwards, we have Joe Burt at Pats, David Dunn. I'm at Monaco, baby. Ben Mahon, Shamrock Rovers, TJ Malloy at Dundalk, Killian Murphy at Cork City, and Archie Quinn at Shamrock Rovers. Kind of tell us a little bit about this.
I don't know. Maybe you should tell us more. Sure, in the squad, but this is the under-17 squad that's not going to the World Cup because it's quite confusing. The under-17 squad that's going to the World Cup is technically an under-18 squad, if you get me, because it was under-17 from last season, but it carries over to this year, so it's an under-18 really squad, which hasn't been. They're playing later in the week. I don't know why they haven't released the squad yet. Maybe it's going to be released today or maybe later in the week because I don't think they play till Saturday. But yeah, this squad is playing in qualifiers this week in Austria. They play Kosovo on Wednesday, Faroe Islands on Saturday, and then Austria next Tuesday, which you would hope that they'll get 6 points from the first 2 games, which will qualify them for the elite rounds, and then they will play Austria in the last game, which you would imagine it'll probably be a top of the table thing, and whoever wins will be seeded number 1 or seeded number 2 for the elite stage. Very lot of talent in that squad. Victor Ozenvuna and George Maloney, keeper at Southampton, would have been in this squad as they're all 2009s, but they're with the World Cup squad, and I think they're taking priority is preparing for the World Cup next month, which you don't really blame, and there's more than enough talent there to get through it without them 2 lads anyway. So yeah, a lot of talent in there. A lot of them lads there's no new call-ups there, to be honest. All them lads have been in before and all got a chance before, so it's lads that have been with each other for, most of them been there with there since under 15, so they've played a lot of football together. They had preparation games last month, which they done very well in, so yeah, expect them to do very well, and I hope you're looking forward to representing the country again, Dave.
As always, this time on the pitch, instead of shouting from the sidelines into a microphone. But there you have it, guys. Anything else we want to cover before we go?
No, obviously, just for me, it's obviously looking forward to going to Lisbon and catching up with some of the Raw faithful who are travelling and support the pod over there. And of course, we will be in Slattery's Beggars Bush on a Tuesday before the Ireland game at home to Armenia as well. So yeah, thank you for their support as well.
And 21's game on Friday. If anyone's down in Cork, make sure to get yourself to Turner's Cross. Such a pity that it clashes with the senior game again. But the 21s are playing Slovakia on Friday with a big tie, and make sure you're watching the channel tomorrow, which an interview with Jamie Mullins will be out tomorrow, and on Thursday with Noah Johnny on Thursday. So yeah, make sure you check them out.
There you go. Lots coming up, of course. We will be live in Lisbon. Pre-game, aftermath. We'll be live in Dublin. There's a vlog coming out tomorrow. There's loads of stuff. We might be on Raw Retro, Raw, which is on Raw Plus, by the way, $4.99 per month, wherever you are, whatever currency you have. Might have another game from the Lansdowne Road archives coming out, a full game coming out on that. So keep your eyes peeled. And of course, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like the video. Head out to Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter. Please, and head up to lansdowneroad.ie. And if you wouldn't mind, please do vote for us in the Football Content Awards. The link that is in the description below. And basically, we are up for Best International Podcast. We're the only Irish podcast in it, so even if you don't like us, we don't want the English to win. Vote for us. Fantastic. And tell all your friends and family, including your enemies. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, chaps. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, I think that we're going to be next on your screens. We're going to have a League of Ireland review, and then I think we're pretty much balls deep, lads, into the international window, and we're going to be at the press conference in Lisbon. We're going to be doing the preview before the match. We're going to do all that stuff. So that is all coming up here.
And we're going to be actually what we're going to be doing. Me and Martin's going to be doing a live. We're going to do a drunk version of a match review to the 21s live from a pub in Lisbon on Friday night after they beat Slovakia.
Yeah, so fire up the fire stick and bring that over.
Yeah,
that was that for after, is it? So you're going to be in the hotel watching that, are you?
No, should we be in a pub?
No, we'll be in a pub. We have to find a pub in Lisbon that can plug into someone's fire stick.
You think with your fans, with the research, and you were advising the fans to go to a pub, you think if you were a real supporter of Irish football, you would have contacted these clubs, or not these clubs, these pubs, make sure that they had access to OTE.
Tried that in Armenia, mate. Not one fucker got back to me.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. Anyway.
It's more.
Anyway, but this, of course, at home, as Martin rightly said, we will be in Slattery's at Beggars Bush. It is the home of the match day point. We are the voice of the fans, the home of the international window, and they are the home of the home match day point. So do check them out. They're a fantastic partner for us, Slattery's of Beggars Bush. Right, we're going to leave it there. I'm David Dunn. He's Conor McAvoy. He's Martin Prendergast, the man who can't read his name in the fucking fanzine. And this is Lansdowne Roar, the voice of the fans. We'll see you in the next one.